It's why old Steve had nothing to say at the time of his hanging. Now, the two fellas that hung with him, oh, they sure had a lot to say. Their names were Eugene Baxter and Tom White. It was a triple hanging on May 31st, 1912, the last time St. Augustine ever saw a hanging. I guess when 3 bodies dropped all together at once, the town kind of lost their stomachs for hanging. Those men brutally attacked a local Jacksonville store owner named Isaac Silverstein and his family. Those murderers left their bruised and battered bodies for dead and then requested to be hung here in St. Augustine with old Steve on account they knew their sentence would be carried out quickly. You see, these men knew what jail time was like in these parts. They deserved what they got. Even though Tom was whining, "Oh, if I hadn't been friends with Eugene, this whole thing never would have happened." Now, I'm going to tell you about a man you'd be glad you never meet in the middle of the night. His name was George Hawkins.
No!
I knew that was coming.
In and out of the life, he had a dark mind and found a perfect prey in a serious peddler named Charles Joseph. Joseph made his living selling cheap jewelry and trinkets, and he disappeared one night in a foggy evening. Hawkins followed him out of town, ducking behind trees and waiting for the moment to strike. He jumped up on his wagon and he cut that peddler from neck to navel. But he wasn't done yet. He reached inside and pulled the man's insides out, and then used the man's own wagon to cart those remains into the middle of the woods. He thought he'd get away with it, he did, but he didn't take into account the horse getting hungry and walking back into town with a blood-soaked wagon. And that wagon left a gruesome trail back to where the peddler was killed and gutted. Oh, what a cruel way to die, even for a peddler. But every man isn't always guilty. Sheriff Perry, I didn't kill my brother. You got the wrong guy. Sheriff Perry, I know that man a long time. I wouldn't do something like that. Sheriff Perry, you gotta let my husband go. He's the father to our boy. There was a man who didn't deserve what he got. His name was Robert Lee. Robert Lee was an innocent man. His friend, James Kirby, killed a man who had a bunch of money who was getting ready to pay his workers. Kirby told the authorities, old Joseph Perry, that his friend, Robert Lee, helped him kill the man on account he was a coward and he didn't want to die alone. How's that for friends, huh? He changed his mind about a month before the rope started swinging. Told Joseph Perry he made the whole thing up. Sheriff Perry, you gotta let my friend Robert go. He's innocent. He didn't do nothing. I lied on him. Well, it was too late to help his buddy. Sheriff Perry said people are expecting a double hanging, and I can't change it now on account of a murderer's conscience. He was a madman. Now, let's see who was listening. How many hangings did I tell you about so far? Shout it out. Not 10, less than that.
3.
1 less than 8. Oh, look at that. You can subtract, huh? I can't be around these bars for too long. I got to get out of here. And you best better come with me. I don't got much time. And something tells me you don't either. I got one last story to tell you, and I know just the place. Come on, everybody, outside these doors. That gallows is a calling. Look at the shadow they cast that night. I gotta tell you, these gallows don't look any friendlier during the day. All right, come on in. Last story, you're gonna want to hear this. Come on, move right in. Move right up. Move here. Come on, move up. There you go, move in here. Fill in here. Last story, you're gonna want to hear this one. Fill in it. Come on, move in. Come on, move in here. I'll put you in jail. Move up. All right, everybody fill in behind. Now these gallows were just used yesterday. I ought to know. They was for me. But I ain't like those other men I told you about. No siree. I killed the man. But it was justifiable defense. He was saying unsavory things about my wife. And I love my wife. A man like that, someone ought to shut him up. Oh, you should have been there. The look on his face after everything he said. A man like that just doesn't deserve to live. So I shot him right where he stood. Bang! The day of my hanging came soon enough. I wasn't feeling well. And if you read the rules, it states they got to postpone a hanging if a man ain't in good health. You wouldn't be feeling too good on the day of your hanging either. Finally, I just plumb passed out. They had to drag me, unconscious, out to the gallows. Sheriff Perry just wanted to get the whole thing over and done with. He said the crowd is expecting a hanging, and I ain't to give them one. But he wasn't taking into account. They couldn't even stand me up. But that old dog Perry got aboard. He latched me onto it. I was noose high. They pulled that lever and down I came. But the board was a last-minute decision, and a bad one at that. The weight of the board snapped that rope, and I went sprawling in the crowd, right where you're standing. Everybody was running around. Sheriff Perry saying, "Give me a rope! Give me a rope!" I moaned. My neck, it was broken in two. I knew by the time they got under the noose, I'd be dead. Finally, my time here has come to an end. What's that? Sheriff Perry, no, you're not hanging me again. You're not hanging me again. Not every night. You're not hanging me again, Sheriff Perry.
Sometimes.
No,
Please, come this way. We'll get out of here now.
No.